Do you constantly feel like tech is not for you because you think you are not smart enough to learn tech like other people? Or do you think you don't know enough, even though you've learned everything possible for you to learn, and you still feel like you don't know enough to be proud of? Or do you compare yourself to other people and feel like they are smarter than you and you are not smart enough because they are smart in one certain area that you are not as smart as them there, even though we have like other 100 different other areas that you can actually be smarter than them at, but you feel like they are smarter than you because they are smarter than you in one certain area? Or do you feel like not applying for jobs because you feel like you don't meet the job requirements, even though you even exceed the job requirements? And that is exactly what we call the imposter syndrome. That is the feeling that you are not as good as people think you are, and the fear of being called a fraud, even though you're actually very good, you are competent, you are smart, you are intelligent, and you are successful. You still fear people thinking that you are not as good as you think that you are. That is imposter syndrome. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you the benefits of imposter syndrome, and also the limits of imposter syndrome, and also the cure of imposter syndrome. So stay to the end and hear everything about imposter syndrome and how to overcome it as well. We have side effects of imposter syndrome, and the first one is the self-doubt. You doubt yourself at every point in your life. Maybe you're learning a skill, you doubt yourself if you're good enough or not. Everything you do, you doubt yourself. That is self-doubt. Okay, you don't know if you are good enough. You don't know if you are good enough for the job or for the course or for tech, or even for, you don't even know if you deserve everything you have because you doubt it. You doubt everything you have. You doubt if you deserve the house you have, the land you have, the skills you have, or the properties you have, the money you have, the success you have. You doubt everything. That is imposter syndrome. The second side effect of imposter syndrome is overworking. Okay, so because you doubt your skills, you doubt your intelligence, your smartness, your money, your properties, your everything, and that way you now keep on working more. You now start overworking yourself, okay, just to make sure that you keep up to that your doubt. Okay, like you want to prove people that you want to prove that your doubts right. Okay, so you keep on working, overwork yourself. Okay, and that is the second side effect. And the third side effect is that you avoid opportunities. Okay, if you have imposter syndrome, you might not want to apply for certain jobs because you feel like you don't meet the requirement of that job. Okay, or you avoid the stage talk, like you fear talking in the stage, not because you're actually shy or anything. It is because you fear, you don't know if you're actually worth talking on that stage. Okay, and that way you'll be limiting the opportunities that will come into you. Okay, but if you are confident in yourself, you are confident in your skills and your achievements, then you can speak anywhere, attracting more opportunities for you. Okay, so the third thing is you avoid opportunities, and the fourth thing is actually stress and burnout. Okay, because if you avoid opportunities and you work hard, those two things will cause stress and burnout for you, because you feel like you are working really hard and you are not even getting opportunities, even though you are the one that is actually avoiding the opportunity. You are working extra hard and you are not getting some opportunities that you actually deserve. So the stress and burnout will be coming in. Okay, because you are working really hard and there's no opportunity to show for it. So stress and burnout will kick in. And the last side effect of imposter syndrome I'm going to be sharing with you here is that you don't enjoy your success, right? Like, you achieved this so much, bro. You've achieved a lot of things and you don't even enjoy it. That's another side effect of imposter syndrome. You have to enjoy every little wins, every little success that you have. Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. Okay, as we have the side effects of imposter syndrome, we also have the benefits of imposter syndrome. Yeah, we have the benefit of imposter syndrome because everything that has pros also have cons. Okay, so number one benefit of imposter syndrome is it humbles you. Okay, it humbles you a lot, because if you constantly feel like you don't know enough and you overwork to actually meet up that standard, then you'll be humbled to learn from anybody, from anywhere. Okay, so you'll be humbled to learn from anything, anybody, or anywhere. So number one benefit is humble. And the second benefit of imposter syndrome is it pushes you to be the best you can be. Okay, because you feel like you don't know enough, So that means you'll be trying to push yourself to be enough, which you can't actually be enough ever. So, but actually it pushes you to the best that you can ever be. That's another benefit of imposter syndrome. The third benefit of imposter syndrome is that it helps you build self-awareness, okay? You are aware of your limitation, you're aware of your flaws, so it helps you to be self-aware so you can actually improve that's your flaws and limitations. The fourth benefit of imposter syndrome is it helps you to understand other people because you've been there, so you know how other people feel. Like me now, I actually faced it a lot, and trust me, I'm still facing this today, so it's not going away anytime soon. Even when I achieve more than I have achieved, and it's not going away. Just though I will share how to cure it later, okay, but it's not going away, okay? It is coming here to stay. So I also feel it's not going anywhere. So, but I understand that you also have imposter syndrome. So that is like the fourth benefit, because it makes you be aware of other people's weaknesses as well, and it makes you understand them and also tell them how to overcome it as well. That's like I'm doing for you now. And the last thing I'll be sharing with you are the cures of the imposter syndrome. Okay, the cures of the imposter syndrome. So imposters actually has cure, okay, or like, should I say prevention, okay, because yeah, it's not going away, you just prevent it. So number one cure or prevention of imposter syndrome is that you need to accept that it exists in you. Just like I just did now, I said that okay, it's not going anywhere. I just have to accept that I have it, and I accept what it means, and I accept its limitations, and I accept its benefit as well. I accept it as it is, okay, and do with it. And the second cure for imposter syndrome is avoid perfectionism. Avoid perfection, okay? Try as much as you can, put yourself out there, avoid being perfect, okay? Post your project out there, even if they are bad, okay? Don't aim for perfection, okay? Aim for progress instead. And the third cure is to celebrate every of your little wins, okay? Because a win to you is not a win to somebody else, and a win to somebody else is not a win to you. So your win is actually subjective to you alone, okay? So celebrate every of your wins, even if they are very little. Celebrate all of them, okay? So that is going to help you to not even think of imposter syndrome. And the fourth cure of imposter syndrome is to talk to others, okay? Talk to others, let them know your limitation, let them know your flaws, because they might have solution for you, and once you overcome the solution, then you're good, okay? So talk to others about your limitations and your flaws, and also your strengths as well, because not just your weaknesses, tell them your strengths as well. The fifth thing is to track your progress, okay? As you are learning, track what you need to learn and what you have not learned. Okay, track your progress and document your progress, okay? Because if you see your achievements, sometimes it makes you forget imposter syndrome if you are looking at your achievements, okay? And the sixth cure is to be open to feedbacks, okay? If you tell people about your weakness and your strengths, also be open to feedback from those people as well. If you post your projects online on social media, put yourself out there, always be open to feedbacks, okay? So for us that are social media influencers, okay, we get a lot of feedbacks, both negative feedbacks and positive ones. We have learned how to do with it, okay? On me on Twitter, every day I get feedbacks. I just select the ones that are actually useful to me, and I discard every other person because they're not even useful to me at all. Though every feedback actually useful, okay? Either they are useful to you for you to understand something, or for you to know that you should ignore some things, okay? So they are all useful. And the seventh cure for imposter syndrome is to tell yourself, talk to yourself, you belong here. Yeah, this is where you belong. I belong in data analysis. I belong in cybersecurity. I belong in software development. I belong in marketing. I belong in finance. Tell yourself, I belong here, and I am here to stay. Okay, tell yourself that and affirm it, and it's going to be. And the 9 things you need to do to cure imposter syndrome is to teach others. Teach other people what you know. Okay, I've been teaching for the past 2 years now. I teach other people like physical class. So I've been teaching on Twitter. I don't sit down and teaching since for the past 4 years, I've been teaching people on Twitter how to learn analysis, but personally, I've been teaching classes for the past 2 years now on how to learn data analysis. Okay, so this actually helps me to be more confident about my skill. Okay, I know that, okay, I have people under me. That means for me to have people under me, that means I actually know this particular skill, right? Okay, so I've been teaching for the past 2 years now, and that have given me enough confidence to talk to you as well on camera like this now. As you can see, I'm free. So teach people, you will feel more confident when you teach people. Trust me, yeah. And the last cure for imposter syndrome is stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You don't have the same destination. You don't even have the same beginning. So why compare yourself to other people? Okay, like I'm comparing myself to Elon Musk now. Do you know how far Elon Musk have gone? Or I'm comparing myself to Alex the analyst now. Do you know how far Alex have gone? So my little one is a win to me, okay? Even if they are not a win to another person, okay? So stop comparing yourself to other people and celebrate your little wins. And I wish you good luck, and don't forget to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you won't see my next video. Subscribe and see me again in my next video.